Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Wow, have you heard the news? King Charles and Queen Camilla could miss the wedding of the year, the Duke of Westminster's wedding in early June. They have not replied, and there's a bit of a controversy here, or controversy, as you say in the UK. So what happened was when the Duke of Westminster's sister got married, Charles and Camilla were not married. They were not even engaged. But the Queen and Prince Philip were invited to that wedding. So Camilla and Charles attended, but because the Queen was in attendance, Camilla could not sit with Charles. And it was shortly after that Camilla gave Charles the ultimatum: either we make this official or I'm out of here, because I'm not going to be embarrassed like this again. And 3 months later, they were engaged and they were married shortly thereafter. And then therefore, Camilla could sit with Charles if the Queen was in attendance. Now, they say that the rumor is here in the Daily Mail that Camilla could still be upset about that. And the thing is that was protocol. It's not that they did that to upset Camilla. They didn't want to upset the Queen. Like, if you had your choice, you've got this road, upset the Queen, upset Camilla, who was just the girlfriend, wasn't even engaged, wasn't even official. What would you choose? What would you, like, that is so easy. And the fact that Camilla can't see that point kind of is somewhat disappointing, because she has been so quiet and dedicated and loyal and since then, since they've been married, she's been exemplary, hasn't had a step out of like she's been amazing. So why would something that was protocol, why is she taking it personally? Why is King Charles and Camilla taking it personally? And they have not responded whether they're going to attend this wedding of the year. And we have to remember the Duke of Westminster is the wealthiest duke in the land, if not one. I think he's the wealthiest 40 under 40 with $10 billion in assets. So he's not a lightweight in the royal circular, as they say. So, but before we get into our reading, let's do a practical tarot wisdom. I kind of like this because it's not predictive, it's not deep, it's not dark. It's just practical wisdom from the tarot. And I hope that in some respects, I'm showing you how tarot can be a part of your daily life. So we have strength. Interesting, because this is royalty. This is actually interesting. Look at the iconography here of somebody taming royalty. Strength. Be your strongest self. Tame your wilder nature while honoring that same strength of will. By channeling your inner ferocity, you can alter an unpleasant situation. In other words, zip it. Don't try to force yourself to do something you just don't care to do. Choose to work for yourself rather than against yourself. So that's actually a really good one for today. So strength card, practical tarot wisdom, zip it. Anyways, strength is also taming our ego, right? Is it better to be right, or do you prefer to be happy, or do you prefer to be right? I think a lot of us have to deal with that with our children. So I'm going to be using the Victorian Romantic Tarot. Let's see what the energy is behind this. So what are Camilla and the King's thoughts? Charles and Camilla, do they still hold a grudge over something? And we have to remember that was 20 years ago. And King Charles is a Scorpio. They do not forget slights, however small. So that's over 20 years ago. And are they just trying to teach the Duke who's the boss here? Do they have a legit excuse? Well, we don't know what Charles, how he'll be feeling that day. Why have they not replied? Interesting. I believe William is going to go. George is going to go, because the Duke of Westminster is George's one of George's godfathers. So William and George will be there. Of course, Catherine won't because she's still in treatment. And let's see, Charles and Camilla. What's the energy around that? Are you just playing games? Are you showing who's boss? Are you puffing out your chest and going, we're the king and queen, and we'll tell you when we'll be there? And or is it legit? They just really don't know how Charles will be feeling that day. But you can always say you're going to be there or not. But then I guess it's security, special meals and whatnot. I believe I've read somewhere that the king is a vegetarian. Not sure about that. Somebody smarter than me could probably let me know in the comments. All right. The energy around the King Charles and Queen Camilla attending the Duke of Westminster wedding of the year. I believe it's June 6th or 7th. Cards are ready. Queen of Pentacles. So this is back to Queen Elizabeth. What happened then? Queen of Pentacles, first card out. Yes, they are still upset about the devil. And you know what? The protocols were tied to the queen. Like I said, if you have a choice between who you're going to make happy, are you make the queen or Charles' girlfriend at the time? The High Priestess. Ooh, we got boobies. Let's see what else. The World in reverse. Yeah, you know what? This Grudge isn't finished. Now, this is, in some respect, the High Priestess is your feminine intuition. It is secrets. It is mysteries. It are things that you hold really deep down inside sometimes. And the secrets you don't let other people know. And we all have them. And here in reverse, this could have exposed one of Camilla's deepest secrets. In the fact that shortly thereafter, she insisted that they made official. And so it must have been one of her deepest hurts or deepest secrets that she was not the official yet. And to have that so blatant in her face in front of all the important senior aristocrats, all the royal society, to be relegated to the back like that was deeply, deeply hurtful to her. Deeply hurtful to her. But yeah, with the devil here and the Queen of Pentacles, this is, to me, showing they were bound by the rules around the queen and where the queen sat and who sat with the queen. And that was just the way you do it when you're in those upper echelons. No ifs, ands, or buts, no exceptions. And here with the World in reverse is telling me this story is not over. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Look at the two queens we have here. Queen of Wands could have been the bride, the Duke of Westminster's sister who got married. Here with this Queen of Wands. Could be telling us that it was a toss-up between the queen and the bride. And I'm wondering if Camilla feels like the bride maybe could have overwritten something, or maybe she has some kind of ism with the bride as well, which would be the Duke's sister who will be attending the wedding. But no, they were bound by protocol here with the devil and the Queen of Pentacles. Absolutely. King of Wands. Eight of Swords. There they are. They're bound. Look at all the kings and queens that are showing up. Ace of Cups in reverse on the World. This really upset Camilla. There actually was a lot of, we got boobies again. There was a lot of grief over this, over the World and the Ace of Cups here. I think there's still tears about it. I still think with this Eight of Swords, Camilla is still feeling like a victim. This King of Wands could have been like the courtier or the arranger of the wedding. This is the person, right? Because the King of Wands, he would have been, the butler or the powers that be from the firm that says who sits where. And he was also bound. This could almost be the father of the bride, bound by what the queen wanted. And over here we see Camilla, and Camilla, I think, she still is nurturing some grief about that. She still may possibly feels embarrassed about it. And I don't know why. She's the queen now. Like, she's the queen now. When she shows up, other people will now have to adjust where they're sitting, right? Queen of Swords in reverse. I don't know if they're going to show up, guys. Three of Cups. They might be busy. They might be busy with other activities. With this Queen of Swords here in reverse, might be a cutting of the contract. The Chariot in reverse. I don't think they're going to go. I think they're going to say, sorry, we're busy. We got other things on our plate here. What's the underlying here? Six of Cups. Strength. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Justice. And Two of Wands upright. Judgment. They may, with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and Justice and the Strength card, they may be showing other royals their actual ability to choose for themselves. I don't think they're going to go. I think here with this Judgment card, they're placing judgment on things. If they were going to go, they would have said yes by now. Again, like for security, meal planning, table setting and whatnot. I think that because the Six of Cups here are things that happened in the past, in the deep past. And like I said, this was 20 years ago this happened. And I can see Camilla still holding a grudge here. I think here, you know what, to tell you the truth, I don't think they're settled on whether they're going to go or not. They feel it would be sweet justice and show of strength of their power if they don't go here with the Eight of Pentacles, right? Because in some respects, even though it's a wedding, it's a society wedding, it would be some kind of work night, really. You got to, wear the right things and wear, who you're sitting by and whatnot. I don't know if it's, if you can get drunk and put your tie around your head and go dance to Rasputin on the dance floor. I think in some respects, it's like, no, it would be a lot of work. I don't think they've made up their minds, to tell you the truth. I think they're still in a nut about how Camilla was treated. I don't think they're over it, to tell you the truth. And I think that, Cancerians, they can hold grudges too. So you get the two water signs, the Scorpio and the Cancerian, who can hold grudges, masters at it. And I think you've got a bit of a problem here, this Judgment card. I think in some respects, this is them putting judgment on the family and all the other players. Six of Wands in reverse. Five of Wands. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Pentacles. No, this is them feeling like outsider. Five of Swords. No, you know what? I'm not getting that they're going to go. Oh, and the clock agrees with me. Now that is as of right now. We do have the Two of Wands on the table, and this is should I stay or should I go? So I don't know if they've absolutely decided. Right now, they're leaning towards no. They're leaning towards no. We'll just kind of send a gift. But we got 5, 5, and 5 here, which is unstable energy. So we have Five of Wands. They're struggling with it. We have Five of Pentacles. You know, they made us feel like outsiders. We got Five of Swords here. You know, this is winning the war but losing the battle. This is bully almost. So if we don't go, we're showing, you know, society, we're almost bullying them around. But the Three of Pentacles here in reverse is telling me they aren't working with anybody to be there. And like I said, if they go, they need, you know, special protocol. Those things have to be done, seating, etc., etc. And I think in some respects they're playing a bit of a game here with them, almost showing them who's boss, and that choices have consequences. And I actually really feel bad because it wasn't their choice. They were bound by the protocols around the Queen. The Queen showed up right away off the start. I don't think it was the Queen who said, put Camilla over there. I think it was with this King of Wands, it was the protocol. Like, you know, Charles was sitting with the Queen while then Camilla can't. And same thing if it would have been Catherine before she got married, Meghan before she got married. That was just the protocol. That's just what you do in society. And you have to remember that was a society wedding. That wasn't, you know, Uncle Bill and Auntie Kathy getting married. That was a proper society. I mean, anytime the King and Queen are invited and attend, it's a big deal. So all the upper echelons are going to be there. Are they going to make a statement by not showing up? I think so. I think in some respects they're almost being bully and disrespectful. Yeah, here he is, King of Cups in reverse. He might say, sorry, I'm not feeling well. But there's an underlying here. Yeah, I don't think they're going to come. The Sun in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse. They in some respects, they're going to feel like this ends their anxiety over all of that. And I think, you know, it wasn't his sister's fault. That was just the way it is. That's what the cards are showing me. They were bound by that. So I don't understand why you would punish another sibling over something that had to be done. And no different now, if the Queen herself, Queen Elizabeth was attending, it would be the same protocols. Who can sit where? That's just the rules. And Charles should know better. He should know better. Maybe I'm wondering if it was a little bit of the fallout that him and Camilla had after that is still kind of stinging with him, that his hand was forced, you know, to become engaged and to become married and whatnot, maybe before he was ready, or maybe he didn't feel it was necessary until that happened. It with the King of Cups here in reverse, this is kind of almost like being a big baby about it. That's why I'm saying that. So that could have been too. He could still be like, you forced me to get married or whatever, right? We all have a little bit of wanting to blame other people when things go wrong. You know, it's really difficult to look in the mirror and figure out what part we had in it. And it looks like they're still having a bit of a struggle with that. I don't think they're going to go. I think they're going to back out last minute with the Sun here in reverse. That's darkening, right? If this was upright, I'd say there's actually a little bit of a chance that they want to be there and present themselves, but it's in reverse. Also, Nine of Swords here in reverse. It's the end of anxiety of letting people know if they're going to be there or not. I think that they're just going to hold judgment on this wedding. Send a card and say, sorry, the king isn't well. That's too bad. Well, that's the energy of that. What do you think? Do you think they should go? Do you think the first wedding with the sister, they followed protocol? Do you feel like they were bound to that? Or do you think the bride should have stepped in and overrid some of this stuff? What do you think? What would you have done? Thank you very much for watching. I sure appreciate you. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.